I am currently standing in front of the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas. On November 5th of 2017, there was a horrible shooting here. 26 people were shot and killed here, including an unborn child. I'm not going to say the scumbag's name who committed the murder, because he's where he belongs right now, deservedly so. And on that morning, he came in here armed to the teeth. He was armed with a rifle and 15 full clips of 30 rounds each, coming here to maim, kill, destroy. And he was nothing but a filthy coward. Nothing but a filthy coward, coming here to kill defenseless people who were doing nothing but worshiping the Lord on that day, on that Sunday morning. The church is no longer open. I came about 3 or 4 days after the shooting, and I was inside this little building. It's a very little church, and it was a very ominous feeling. You got a bench right here. It says gone but never forgotten. So we're gonna walk around here. On the side of the church right here, there is some homemade memorials. These were out front on the road right here when the people were shot and killed. You got Noah Holcomb, Danny Holcomb, Brian Holcomb, Greg Hill, Crystal Holcomb, Emily Hill, Carla Holcomb, Megan Hill, Peggy Warden. You had a lot of just generations of people, young and old, just tragically murdered. So this is the new church that they built. They just finished it. I believe this coming Sunday they're going to have a blessing of the building, what have you. They're going to have their first church service. The old church right here is no longer used. I'm not sure what they plan on doing with it. I'm surprised it's still up, because I would think they would want to bulldoze it, but maybe they can turn it into something else, something good. So the scumbag that committed the 26 murders, he hopped into his SUV and he had peeled out onto the street. And by the time he got to this corner right here, a man that was at that Valero gas station across the street, he had seen what was going on and what he was doing. So he pulled out his own gun and shot the scumbag a couple times as he was fleeing. A third man, who was caddy corner right over here, he jumped into his car and chased him, going about 100 miles an hour down this road right here. And by that time, 911's called and all these cops start coming. The murderer ended up getting hit by the Good Samaritan twice, once in the leg, once in the chest. He eventually crashed his car, and when the police came up upon him, he was already dead. He suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. I personally wish he would have done it beforehand, but that's neither here nor there. A lot of people lost their lives on that day. And the disgusting thing about the story is he wasn't even supposed to have a gun. He had a domestic violence when he was in the Air Force, so that would have precluded him from being able to legally carry a firearm. But the Air Force didn't send in the required documents to the FBI to put him on a list of people that are not supposed to be able to own or acquire firearms. Keith A. Braden, February 11th, 1955 to November 5th, 2017. Megan Gail Hill, August 28th, 2008 to November 5th, 2017. Emily Rose Hill, March 14th, 2006 to November 5th, 2017. Gregory Lynn Hill, July 10th, 2004 to November 5th, 2017. Crystal Marie Champion Holcomb with Carlin Bright Billy Bob Holcomb, February 9th, 1981 to November 5th, 2017. Tara Elise McNulty, August 30th, 1984 to November 5th, 2017. John Brian Holcomb, December 8th, 1956 to November 5th, 2017. Carla K. Plain Holcomb, May 10th, 1959 to November 5th, 2017. Mark Daniel Holcomb, August 12th, 1981 to November 5th, 2017. Along with Noah Grace, May 17th, 2016 to November 5th, 2017. These are just some of the graves of the people who died in that horrible shooting. I looked around the cemetery and I don't see anybody else here. So that was a quick tour of Sutherland Springs, Texas, the shooting site, a horrible mass murder. 27 people were killed. Nothing really more to say, just a very, very disgusting event that occurred. By the way, if you are ever in Sutherland Springs, Texas, and you are going to come to the cemetery, please fill the bird feeder of those children and the adults that were killed that day. I'd appreciate it. I'm glad I had extra bird seed because they had a big one right there filled. It wasn't one of mine that I brought, but I filled up theirs, so I'm glad that I had a big bag. I'm all out now. I gotta go buy another bag.